Though?
Yeah, well, all of it.
Yeah.
And then additionally, they did add a flurry of stars that grant an influx of progress, strengthened during starfall. Um, that's great. And then they added a bloop whistle to Angler rewards and the daily shop. So there is that has to do with the Astra Serenade. That is a massive bitch to even try to collect. Which, given how, again, going back, the reason why everybody threw a bitch fit when Dreambreaker came out and Dreambreaker was higher than Tryhard was quote unquote, but the quest for Fabulous and Tryhard was harder. Well, the quest for Tryhard was not harder. For one, it's a very easy quest to do. Running the rod might be harder, but the quest itself was easier. And Fabulous is tedious. But Dreambreaker still had a quest and had a whole lot of shit that you had to do for it. And looking at this quest, that's a whole lot of shit you gotta do. And some of it seems quite difficult. So if it is by the quote unquote, but the quest is harder, then by default, again, this rod should be better than even Tryhard's mutation rate multiplier. Like, by the community's own argument stance, why is this multiplier not higher than? Like, you also have to figure out how to get it with a rod that most of us do not even have. So there's going to be a lot of heckling and finagling and like pleading and bargaining and trading and all of that just to fucking get a profane Leviathan in Serene. And just, I mean, I don't know if how many people ended up trying to go to the trade market to just get a frostbitten North Star, but that was insane to even come across in the trade markets. People were asking an arm, a leg, and a fucking kidney for that. Imagine what people are going to ask for a serene, profane Leviathan.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Now, having said that, there is right now in the polls a poll I came across asking if it should be the Leviathans should be changed. Change the profane Leviathans requirement. Now that is very a broad statement. I don't know if that's referring to the quest for the Astral Serenade or if that's something totally different entirely, like requirements to get to pull up to unlock to like start the fight for the Leviathan, or what that is necessarily pertaining to. Um, but because it didn't quite state, literally just says change the profane Leviathan's requirement. Um, okay, so I'm gonna assume it has to do with the Astral Serenade, but maybe it doesn't. Who knows with these devs, because they talk out their ass anyways, so which we'll get more into that in a bit. Um, so continuing through, uh, yeah, I don't know why I don't know either. We'll see. I definitely am not gonna be surprised if there's gonna be some changes made to some of the requirements, um, on getting it. I also, though, like I said, I'm not gonna be surprised if there's gonna be changes to the route in itself. Um, I also want to talk a bit about So over the last couple of days, we had this lovely little exclusive express going on. And we had multiple messages from Saint Nick, in quotations, expressly, profusely apologizing, going on and on and on about how he had no clue that this thing was even a thing, that it got implemented, that it ever existed, blah, 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 blah. Even whenever he did the Santa's gifting and had a complete come apart over the screen, saying that he's going to get rid of it immediately. They're going to do a free to play instead, which is why it says free to play, cosmetics soon over it. And all of these things, he even put out announcements inside the Discord, which I read the other day. Which I can scroll all the way back up and reread. It does sound like there's a whole lot of things I've missed since not being here. Let's see. So that's the 23rd. So there's a couple different statements that I want to put here. He said at one point he did this poll: remove and replace the Fishmas Express with a free-to-play option, new and different skins. And then he said, and just to clarify, there will never be a paid spin option like this again. I was absolutely unaware that it ever existed, and I can't believe I let this slide through. But at another point, he wrote, where is that one? For this next poll, I'd like everyone to understand my perspective first. I will let you guys decide, but please keep in before choosing. The Santa relic was intended to some cool triggering long. I didn't want it to be too strong, otherwise. Okay. So not that one. We're gonna push through and remove the Express tonight and get some events too as well after Christmas is seriously okay. So there's that. Where is the other one? There's so many things that they posted that, but during that, I have a screenshot of the other one. I'm not sure where it's at because we touched over it during all of that when that was happening. But then he's wrote in a different one that he didn't realize that it got implemented the way that it did, which contradicts that he never knew that it existed. And during the actual live event, he stated that he was going to remove it immediately, but then it never got removed immediately. And when they did do the actual update, which could be, it might be in updates, actually, where that post was. But during the actual updates, they said that they removed it, but they didn't. So it only got removed out of private servers, but still stayed up all night long. And this is where the kicker is, in public servers. Why? Why is that? If you truly were sorry and it was truly never meant to happen, why did it stay up in public servers? And why did it happen to begin with? It stayed up for over 24 hours. I call bullshit on all of it. Because it stayed up for hours after he came in, acknowledged it across the entire, like, public of everybody. All night long after that. If it was truly never meant to actually happen, why are we doing all new skins? Why not do a refund to everybody's Robux? Keep the skins in there and make it free to play. Why make new skins? Why can't the free to play have the same skins? If it was truly an actual accident. And why leave it up all night long afterwards?
Yeah.
And then after that, which he sat there and talked about and swore up and down, later on, Lee comes in and says that he's taking it into his own hands. Well, that's clearly because nothing got done with it. Like, it's still not here. And Nick even promised that it wouldn't be any later than the 27th for the free-to-play shop to be up. It is the 28th, and the shop still is not up. So there is that. I call bullshit on all of it. But that's also not the only thing that they have done or said that has not happened. Like, I don't know how many people remember that there was supposedly supposed to be something really good for the people who actually did the try hard quest. Where is that? Everybody kind of stopped talking about it because it didn't happen. Is that still happening? For the ones that didn't actually buy the rod? I don't think so. I feel like they talk out their ass a lot and they play stupid games. It's a mind fuck. And they like to pretend to play stupid. No, that was absolutely intended because they made bank off of that. Let's be real. You think the Asher Serenade is gonna be limited? Shadix, do you have one elemental set? And if you do, can I trade 2 Cryo Shock Serpent support? I do not have one elemental set, thank you. And yeah, see, so I don't know for certain if it is limited. I haven't seen anything that has stated that it's limited, but that would be even more fucked if it's limited. And it's that hard of a quest or long of a quest for a rod that also isn't any better than what we already have in the game. Like, why do it? There isn't anything there that gives me any incentive.
Yeah. It's somewhat disappointing at this. I mean, like, shouldn't be disappointed. I should just expect this kind of shit now, I guess.
Yeah, it seems to definitely be a thing now. Like, it's a feature. It's a fucking feature.
It's a feature in business practice now.
Right? 100%. Most of